let's have another Just Flying episode, shall we? Yeah, carry on with the trip up the South Island coast so we can get the hell out of this rather dull runway in a field and go somewhere more interesting, which will be Timaru Airport. And, okay, not sure what happened there. Yeah, but we're not just going to Timaru, because I think it's about time we did something stupid again. Oh, we're away. Yeah, as I'm sure you've guessed, this is the default 172 we're taking today. Certainly not a regular aircraft I fly, but I know enough about it. In real life, I have flown its baby brother, the 152. Probably still got the checklist for that somewhere. Yeah, somewhere in the collection of stuff that I'm guessing most of us have, which is a pile of things where you'll never look at them, never use them, never want them ever again. But we're not going to throw them away because yeah, basically it's that collection of shit that we all have which serves no practical purpose whatsoever other than taking up space. Yeah, something for our family members to throw away after we die. That's kind of it, really, isn't it? Although, talking of dying, or not dying, yeah, I see they've now confirmed that the Boeing Starliner has been deemed potentially not safe enough to bring the two astronauts home from the International Space Station. Yeah, I'm not sure right now if Boeing's reputation could get any lower if the CEO came out and admitted that he loves shooting kittens. Yeah, so Starliner's coming back to Earth unmanned, and the two crew members are now stuck on the space station until February of next year, when they can get a ride home on the SpaceX Dragon capsule. That's not going to be a bad looking wage packet for all that unplanned overtime, is it? You had no idea how much people get paid while they're in space, but I'm guessing it's a reasonable salary. And those two have now just got about an extra 6 months of it. Yeah, it's not bad for what was supposed to have been an 8-day mission. Yeah, I don't know how much extra work there is for 2 more people on the space station either, so I'm thinking there's probably a good chance that they'll have plenty of time to put their feet up and admire the view. Yeah, quite jealous really. I'd happily swap places. Yeah, because that would have been like an ideal dream job, to be honest, astronaut. Yeah, the chance to leave our speck of dust and set foot on the moon, or even more so on an entirely different planet. Yeah, that would be nice. Sadly born in the wrong time period, though, where that's not going to happen, as we've explored our own world many years before I was around. And now we're sat in the middle waiting for the technology to be able to venture out into space and start exploring all over again. And here's us stuck in the middle of those two things, waiting for science to invent stuff that matches our exploring ambitions. Now, if they ever do. Might have all killed ourselves off by some other means before that happens. Yes, then in the far distant future, a ship will arrive carrying aliens from a different world, an entirely different galaxy. They'll look around at the decaying remnants of a civilization that once existed, and one of them will notice a dusty container in the corner of falling down ruins that were once a home. And he'll pull out an item from the box and think to himself, what the hell did this guy keep a Cessna 152 checklist for? Jesus Christ, these humans are just weird. Yeah, the whole thing with the ISS does make me wonder if the gods of ironic sense of humour might intervene with this one. Yeah, there is something in that dark and weird corner of my mind which wonders if the Starliner will return safely and everyone will be saying, you know, hey, it did work fine after all, but yeah, well, better safe than sorry, isn't it? So no problem with that. And the tried and tested SpaceX Dragon in February will suffer a completely unexpected catastrophic failure, and that will kill all the people on board instead. Although hopefully they do get home safely. But, yeah, but after 6 months in orbit, they will most likely be suffering from something I only recently found out about, that a lot of astronauts do get. You know, a trip into space for a prolonged period of time, apparently it makes you a little bit more short-sighted than you were before. Yeah, don't think medical science has come up with a good explanation of why that is the case yet. Not that that's going to put me off though, as getting on in years, it has got me to the point where I've had to buy a cheap pair of glasses to read the instructions on the side of the box to see how long a thing needs to go into the microwave for. And it usually is food products as well. The cooking instructions. Yet loads of things have normal size text. Cooking instructions on the side of the box of my piece of haddock with breadcrumbs. Yeah, let's see how ridiculously tiny we can make the print and the lettering on there. Still coming up on town of Tiburon. Oh, I don't know if it is a town or a city. City, I'm guessing. But you know what? With the power of added captions, the answer to that can magically appear now. Okay, cool. Actually, that could be useful, having a magic caption feature, couldn't it? Ask anything and get the answer. Okay, who won the FA Cup in 1985? Okay, well, a harder one. What are the top 3 divisions in the ranking structure in sumo wrestling? Okay, I'm impressed. Right, let's go. By market capitalisation, who are Finland's biggest business? It's good, isn't it? Okay. What happened to my half a tube of toothpaste? Okay, so just looking for the airport, which isn't too far away and should be just up here somewhere. So, yeah, thanks. Am I going to wake up in the middle of the night and need a wee? Okay, I suppose that's reasonable for half asleep, middle of the night one, I guess. Do you think my garden is big enough to get a pet wildebeest? Okay. Oh, by the way, always nice to see, and honestly I do find this funny. Like in the last video where I mentioned something about God belief being irrational, I get a thumbs down dislike from somebody. Yeah, always the videos where I say something about God where I get a thumbs down, so it's very likely the God topic is the common denominator. Well, come on, whoever you are, your Bible in Mark tells you to go into the world and preach. And I genuinely am open to having my mind changed if you are correct. So, comment section, come talk to me. Pray to your God first and ask what to write, and then post a comment and we can talk about it. Unless you secretly do realise that your God is an arsehole and you're going to find it difficult to defend him against somebody who might actually ask you to justify your beliefs. Yeah, probably best for you that you don't post a comment in that case. But okay, yeah, back to flying, and I did promise you something stupid, didn't I? Bear with me for a moment or two and I'll explain. Yeah, don't worry about us being too high or anything. I'm not going to go straight in on that runway anyway. Yeah, now what I thought we'd do is try something just for the fun of it. I'm going to carry on, get a little bit more overhead the airfield first. Yeah, near enough, that's the place. And now I'm going to turn off the engine. Now let's see if I can dead stick this one in there with no power. Okay, that's quite noticeable how quiet that has suddenly got. Yeah, there is a little bit of forward planning actually. As the Cessna being an overwing aircraft, we get a reasonable view down, so we can keep a better lookout as to where the runway actually is. That's why we're in this plane. Although the whole runway is nice and long, so I'm sure I could land somewhere on it. But I'm going to try and make this a bit more of a challenge and see if we can touch down right on the numbers. Yeah, fun little exercise in altitude management. Because as we now don't have an engine, therefore we're not getting any of this altitude back again, and when it's gone, it's gone. They seem to be doing okay, I think. Where's the runway? Okay, gonna try and side slip a bit more altitude off quickly. I think we're a little too high and too fast to actually get onto the numbers. Hopefully doing okay. Yeah, I think we're going to be too fast, aren't we? We'll try and hit the numbers, but I think we're going to float past them a little bit. Yeah. But we're down. We're safe. And stopped before the intersection, so yeah, well, reasonable, I suppose. Yeah, that final bit we had just a little bit too much speed, which obviously is better than having not quite enough speed. Yeah, we made it, so that, oh crap. Oh lovely, the replay glitch strikes again. Yeah, well, a dead stick landing, and we've now done a wheelie. Great. Okay, yeah, well, welcome to Timaru. And hopefully somebody can bring out a truck and tow us up to the apron. Right, that will do then. I'll see you again next time. Bye.